What up, everybody?
Hey, this isn't.
Hi.
We got me and
And,
uh
and
here
Nicole
come
and Don.
yeah, Nicole. Here we go.
Nicole
We
and
just had to
Donnie and
wait for
Dylan.
people.
Dave's gonna be on here in a second. It's weird because my computer broke about a month ago, so I've had to do these on my phone. So like I don't have a theme. It's all weird, but it's okay. We're here to talk.
Is
Cedar
that
Point.
why the countdown was at the beginning?
Dylan, save that. Come on, that's off the air talk. Don't worry about it. Let's push forward, Dylan. Push forward. Just smile and push forward. Thank you. All right, what's going on, everybody? Donnie,
Hi.
Donnie, you look like you're almost at Cedar Point.
Oh yeah, I'm just chilling on the beach right now.
It's weird though when you move, it kind of doesn't look like Cedar Point anymore.
Look, there's a giant fan on the beach.
I know. What is up, everybody? I guess now Dave said we have to start off the show with a moment of silence for a Cedar Point great.
No, this was me.
This was you?
Yeah.
See, this sounds nerdy, like it would be a Dave thing.
I am a nerd.
So tell us why we're doing a moment of silence, Nicole.
Lee C. Jewett died this week, and he designed. Actually, Michael would be excited. He designed the Midway train station at Cedar Point, and he did such an awesome job. They hired him on he worked there for like ever, I guess. But he was responsible for the IMAX Theater, Corkscrew, Gemini, Mean Streak, Raptor, Millennium Force, and his favorite was apparently Magnum.
What an amazing!
He didn't design those, but he's the one who got those projects to see.
Wow!
So
I didn't even know who that is. Honestly,
I don't know who that is either, but I saw it on the news.
And what I don't understand, Nicole, is why his name has to do with his religion, like Lee Jew. We shouldn't be like. I don't say Donnie Catholic.
Right. Donnie non-dominational.
Right. Oh, wait, what? Oh, his name's Jewett. Oh,
Jewett. Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
That is pretty cool, though. IMAX. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. IMAX Theater, Corkscrew, Gemini, Meat Streak, Raptor, Millennium Force. All right, let's do a moment of silence. Here we go. 1, 2. It's like we're going underwater. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I can't hold my breath anymore. There's a moment of silence for Mr. Jewett. All right, Halloween weekend's in full swing. Who is gone? Who's gonna go? Has anyone heard reports on? It's been busy, not as busy. What do you think?
It's super
Nicole,
busy.
have you been there? I haven't been there yet.
No, I haven't been, but I'm watching all the pages, and it's super busy. So you can watch the cameras.
The cams, yeah.
And I mean, the Midway's packed. People look shoulder to shoulder on Saturdays. So
there's been a couple Thursday nights that have been kind of slow. I saw some people posting of really short lines. I think Friday during the day as well would be a nice time if you're trying to avoid the crowd. But of course, Friday night, Saturday night, it's going to be slammed.
But going to, I'm trying to equate it. But going to Halloween weekends during the day is like, it's like going to a baseball game just in the first inning and then walking out. I mean, it's
right?
Like,
yeah, I'm just here for the popcorn.
There's a whole adventure awaiting once the sun goes down.
Yeah. So I don't know. We're not there for the haunts usually, so I'm fine with going during the day when it's quiet. And
you don't want to be in the scare zones. Oh man.
I don't care that much, but our crew is not that. So, but I'm looking forward to the shows, and we'll be there on a Thursday for sure.
Yeah.
So Nicole, you don't like, I don't think I get scared. I used to get scared a lot. I don't get scared too much anymore. But I like going just to watch people. Like I like hanging out in the scare zone. Yeah, and just sitting on a table or sitting at a table and a chair and just watching these fools get scared. It's always little girls, and they're always in their little packs, and it's freaking hysterical.
Because they're all like, ah!
I know. Exactly. It's my absolute favorite thing to do is to watch people get scared. And that doesn't matter if it's at Cedar Point. It doesn't matter if it's a TikTok online. I love watching people get scared. I don't know if that's something wrong with me. Now
Like
when I get
pranked,
scared, what's that?
like getting pranked and stuff
Yes,
too, like scared.
I love it. And for me, it's like, and when it happens to me, it makes me angry. So I don't like it happening to me, but I like
Don't scare me, damn it.
that's a personality flaw, isn't it? Because I love when it happens to other people, but I hate when it happens to me. Like I get
Well,
angry.
no, I mean, like it's like people falling down is funny, but you don't want to fall down. I mean, it's fine. Where do you camp out at? Like right by the entrance to like Frontier Town? In
Absolutely.
Your little hangout zone?
The good place is right where I usually go, right where the petting zoo is, because it's kind of, that's where the slaughterhouse. The slaughterhouse is there, so we can just hang out. That seems like the best spot. That's where a lot of the guys that slide on their knees.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Come on,
there's usually like several of them right there, and that fascinates me. That fascinates me the way they do that and how they don't hurt themselves. But and it's weird because they do like an end around. Like you see somebody, and then you can watch them go past that person. And then they kind of turn their body sideways, and then they come back around, come fast, and then just slide in front of them. The people they just walked by. If you sit there and watch that, it is fascinating to watch those guys that slide on their knee pads. It's amazing.
I will probably do that.
For sure.
Will.
Dave,
are we allowed to say your name, Dave? He's in
witness protection, Dave. Real quick?
Wait, is David hiding? I'm sorry.
I've got a house full of kids this weekend, spending the night having a sleepover. I didn't even hear that you posted the link to start live because they were screaming and yelling. But,
we were just talking about Nicole is okay with going to Cedar Point during the day during Halloween weekends, and I'm like, you're missing the whole experience. She's like, I don't care. I don't want the experience. I don't need it.
well, Nicole, you need to get one of those Nobu necklaces, and you could.
Oh yeah,
my daughter has already asked for one, so she's already asked, and I said I will not buy it for you. But if she wants to spend $15 on it, that's on her. She's 15. Use your birthday money, buy a Nobu.
I mean, you can go to like the dollar store and get like a light up necklace, and it'll do the same thing.
Yeah, but
don't tell her. She doesn't listen.
That is a good point. I wonder if they would acknowledge it. So if you've got any blinking necklace and you put it on, because how could they tell, Dave? I mean, if it's blinking and it's dark, that's a great money saving tip.
They change them up every year. Like this year, it's the white one. White lights. I think last year it was like green or something like that. It was a witch, or I can't remember what it was. But so I don't know if they really look at that or how they handle it.
No, they don't. We bought ours at like Walmart or something. Because we took a bunch of kids with us last year. We took I think we had 5 kids with us, and we stopped, and Ashley found them at the store, just Halloween themed light up necklaces, and it worked just as good.
I would have never thought Walmart would have sold something like that.
Oh, that's a huge pro tip. So for 5 kids, instead of spending $75 on light up necklaces, what did you end up spending then, Donnie? Probably less than $10.
Yeah, I think they were probably like $5 a piece, maybe. I think we spent like $25 instead of $75. So yeah, that is a huge pro tip. Yeah, they're just little battery operated things. You put little batteries in them, and
oh yeah.
Cool.
I know which ones you're talking about. I just never thought of using them as Nobu necklaces and thinking that they would be honored. Someone tries to scare you, like, no, I have a Bua necklace on, and the guy's like, I'm sorry, that is from Walmart. I'm going to scare the crap out of you.
Yeah. Well,
Walmart.
It's amazing.
A buddy of mine was at Busch Gardens over this weekend, I think Friday night, and they sell something similar there. It's a cat, a light up cat you wear around your neck. It's called Scaredy Cat.
Love it.
Awesome.
Love it.
Marketing there with that. But it even notes on there, it goes, last year's light up lanyards will not work.
Really?
Yeah, so they even specify that on there.
But I think that I guess, Dave, the thing is, it's like, so that's the policy of the park, but does that get down to the actual booer? You know what I mean?
Right.
So if they see something lit up, do they have time to process, oh, is that a real Boo necklace? Is that a fake Boo necklace? So I could see where Donnie would say it would work, because I don't think the average worker is going to be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on who you run into.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
As I'm saying, I'm wearing a necklace. You scared me. Well, it's in the Walmart one. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about that.
He's like, no, we're
I'm
scared.
sorry. And
He's Walmart. Yeah.
he skates away on his gloves and knee pads that spark. He's like, see ya.
Right. So Dave, I know that we were talking right before you jumped on about how the lines have been. I know you're way more connected to the parks than we are. What are the reports that you're getting as far as the size of crowds this season so far?
Crowds are big.
Yeah.
Lines have been long. Of course, that's to be expected with any Hollow Weekends event there at the park. It's like that every year. But obviously, with the pandemic and things going on, crowds have been a lot lower, or they haven't even had the normal Hollow Weekends, as you know it. So crowds are up. I mean, I posted a video actually late last night showing just a sea of people in the park. I'm sure you saw some of the pictures I posted too. I think in a group
I think I saw some of them.
Yeah, it was just people wall to wall. You can't even move. I mean, the line for like Panda Express, for example, was out the door and down the midway. I mean, it was
People want Chinese. Come on. Yeah.
yeah,
It's your Chinese.
crazy.
I mean, Panda Express is kind of Halloween themed because you really don't know what meat is in there.
Well, cats are themed to
It
Halloween,
is
right?
terrible, terrible. But we do not talk about Panda Express much when we are talking about food, so that does tell you we're all a little sick about it.
I like it because you get such a big portion. It's enough for like 2 people to share. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, no, my kids love Panda Express. I'm okay with it. It's the McDonald's of Chinese food. I mean, if
Yeah.
Sometimes you want a real good burger, and sometimes you want a quarter pounder with cheese. And when you get, I mean, that's what it is. It's fast food Chinese food. I mean, how much?
You can't forget about the long nuggets.
Well, they don't even have.
They don't
nuggets
have long
there.
nuggets.
No,
Yeah.
Really?
Hey,
that's
speaking of food and long nuggets, I was able to eat at the farmhouse. They had Brussels sprouts.
Wow, how are they?
They were really good. Awesome. Some of the best I ever had.
What?
I like Brussels sprouts. A lot of people won't touch those things, but
well, they had bacon in with them. So it was really good. Flavorful, real buttery. And they had them there like Friday night and Sunday. I didn't see them Saturday, which was weird. So I don't know if they have them every night or they just ran out or what was up, but they were really good.
Yeah, CP Food Blog was all over the Brussels sprouts too. They were pretty pumped. So I always like seeing a green vegetable as an offering somewhere. So I won't always partake, but I'm glad they're there.
Well, another thing too with Farmhouse, little insider tip here. Michael made me aware of this last week. But if you get the potatoes, if you just ask, there's no extra cost. They'll put like sour cream and cheese and all that on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Guys, I gotta tell you, the farmhouse is seriously becoming one of my favorite like areas of the park because you're never guaranteed that a certain food place is open, or maybe like a lot of the satellite like bar stations over by like Gemini, the Margarita station, those you never know their hours. Sometimes they're open, sometimes they're not. But farmhouse, they've always got food, they've always got their little bar open. And the food's amazing. I'm telling you guys, that's like becoming one of my favorite hangouts. Like we like stop by there every time we go.
And I love the tip, Dave. The pro tip of loading up potatoes, because if I'm being honest, the potatoes are very bland. So
no way.
Those potatoes are amazing.
They're
at the farmhouse,
they're always cold. They're cold and dried. They've been sitting there.
Oh man, you can't come to the farmhouse, Andrew.
These have some flavor.
We were just praising it how it's our Mecca now, so you can't.
Can't come but Andrew has established himself as the backbeat barbecue.
He is.
Aficionado.
Ever since they had dueling pianos there once, and he's never going to look back.
I do. If I praise farmhouse, I do feel like I'm stabbing backbeat in the like I'm betraying my favorite child.
Yeah. You can like two. You can have more than one
Yeah,
child and love them equally.
You nailed it, Donnie.
For real.
Not like you're married to it. No, can only have one wife. You know,
Right.
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 It's a restaurant.
It's a restaurant. It's okay.
Yeah,
You
speaking
can go
of
to Panda
restaurants,
Express.
we found it. My daughter was upset, and we found it kind of weird that the Mac Shack is not open for Halloween weekends. Lisa,
At
Mac
all?
Shack?
Like, not at all.
Like, if
Yeah.
any place would be a perfect food for Halloween weekends, it'd be
Right,
mac
yeah.
and cheese.
Yeah,
You know?
like hot mac and cheese. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this before. Look,
Yeah.
the concept for Mac Shack is amazing. The presentation is amazing. Like everything's there. It's it's in front of you. It's the way you would do a restaurant, so people can see you dropping the noodles in the water and mixing it in the cheese and doing all that stuff. But I'm telling you, the reports that I get, when it comes to the taste, the most important. Everything is great living up to it. Then when it comes to the taste, it seems to not live up to what it should. Has anyone else found that, or is that just me being a hater?
I've actually never had it, so I'm out on this one.
You being a hater.
I've never had it either. And
What?
Dave, when I was there in the end of August, Mac Shack was closed. So
Yeah.
we had the crew wanted to have Mac Shack and it was closed. So I feel like I never see it open, but I'm usually, a bookend. I go early in the season and late in the season. I avoid the summer. So
That's weird because I'm guessing if you look up most popular foods in America, mac and cheese would be towards the top. I can't believe 3 of the 5 have never been to Mac Shack.
Oh, it's my daughter's favorite. She loves it. She'd go there every time if she could.
Mine always wants to go because she's a pescatarian, so she doesn't eat any of the non-seafood meat, and she's always wanting to go, but it feels like it's never open. So
interesting. Yeah. So then I
Speaking
wonder.
of, never open. Chicky and Pete's is closed now, and I don't know how true it is. Somebody said that they're kicking them out and putting something else in there now.
Really?
Too, so yeah,
that would be devastating because the one year I ever did the food pass, like my oldest daughter does the food pass every year, but the one year I did it for the family, like we seriously ate at Chicky and Pete's. It seems like almost every visit. Like we watched Browns football games up there on Sundays that we went. So many great memories there. That would be devastating if they boot the Pete's, Chicky and Pete's.
Well,
man.
and it's interesting. I've been busy this summer, but so I haven't got to do this as much. But man, that food pass, it really makes it worth it to even drive an hour just to go to Cedar Point, go on a couple rides, have dinner, and then just come back, even if you're down there 2 or 3 hours, because you figure a family of 5, you're going to spend $125 just on food. So even the gas down and back is $25 or $30. You get a great experience at Cedar Point, and you're maybe $50 in. I mean, you're saving half just with the food pass, just going to Cedar Point on just a regular day when you just want to have dinner.
Absolutely, we were just talking about that the other day. It's like, what do we spend, like $130 per person for the dining pass?
Yeah,
and each meal you might as well say is between $15-$20. After drinking everything, it paid itself off. In June, it was paid off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what? I will give a complaint here. My daughter's actually going to Cedar Point here in about 35 minutes with a friend of hers. Yeah, she's going for the day. But here's my beef. We have the food pass and we have the drink pass. The last several times that my daughter has gone, she will buy a drink. It drives me crazy. She will buy a drink there. I'm like, what are you doing? You have a drink pass, you dummy. And she's like, but because we have those plastic cups, you have to carry those plastic cups again. Yeah. Now she swears that they won't give you a paper cup. And I'm like, you can get a paper cup every time. She swears. I have 4 people in my family. I have 4 people in my family. I have 4 people in my family that swear that you can't get the paper cups, and they don't want to carry the plastic cups because there are even some rides where you can't even take them on the rides. So they refuse to carry these plastic cups. They say they won't give you paper ones. So they're buying drinks and they have a drink pass. It drives me crazy.
Well, here's the thing, Andrew. At the beginning of the year, when you choose the drink plan, you have to pick either the paper cups or the souvenir cup, the plastic one. You have the option at that point to do so. But you can change it throughout the year. I think there's like a $5 charge or something like that to switch. Say if you had the souvenir cup and you didn't want to carry it around, you can switch your plan over to the paper cups for a real small fee.
Dave, I didn't know that, Dave, and I think so. Next year we will just switch to paper cups because none of the kids now. The first couple of years it was not an issue. I guess they go with us, so if it's hooked up to the stroller, it doesn't matter. But I guess they're kind of going by themselves more, and they won't use the drink passes. So I mean, it's almost pointless to get them. But I didn't know you had that option, so I will look for that option and get everyone the paper cup.
We used to do the souvenir bottles just because, hey, it's a souvenir, it's a bottle, and we had the stroller. We could put them all on the stroller. We didn't have to carry them around all day. Well, now there's no stroller, so it's like you got to carry it around and figure out what you're going to do on the rides with it.
I will never have those. We used to get them all the time too, and now I have a bunch sitting in the cabinet that we never use because I feel guilty throwing it away. We've done the paper cup every year because it's too much of a pain. Like, if people will say because the cup you get is smaller than the souvenir jug or whatever, but I don't care. We don't. It's not a problem.
Smaller, but I mean, how much you're not going to drink that whole thing at once anyway? It gets warm by the time you get to
if it's not hot weather.
I was going to say, Dave, here's the problem with the souvenir cup as well. Not only do you have to carry it around or whatever, but also, halfway through, if you're drinking like a normal person, halfway through, it's the ice is melted, it's warm, it's watery. So, the little cups are better because it's fresh soda every time. So I didn't know you had that option. We're definitely picking that option next year.
Yeah, I got to mention too, Six Flags is ingenious when it comes to that. What they have is if you go on a coaster there and you're in the station, they have actually a stand that has holes in it and they're all numbered. You can put your drink cups right in a numbered slot in the station. So while you're riding, it's in that numbered slot. When you get off, you just go to your number, pull it out. You're good to go.
It's a great idea.
Some things I don't understand. Like that is such a cheap and easy fix. Why would you not just pick that up? That's not like remodeling a track. That's not implementing a new system. It's like putting a rack with some numbers on it. Boom, you're done. I mean, I know each park knows what the other one does. There's nothing that doesn't go on that someone doesn't find out about. Why has no one picked that one up? That's just such an easy fix.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's such an ingenious idea.
For sure.
And it promotes the sale of the cups too.
Right. It's totally, you support internally a program so people are more likely to see it. And then if you think like, people that are coming for like a day or something that don't research or whatever, they see that on a ride and it's like, well, what's that? They might be more apt to buy one because the systems are in place to use them.
You're 100% right, Nicole, and that's actually the genius of your marketing mind. Because if you see a stack of cups, you're like, oh, I want one. It's the lemming mentality that we have. It's like, oh, I need to get one of those. Everyone else has one. I got to get one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It's funny because I have a food truck, and one of our strategies is we always put unless you ask, we put the food on plates. Even though the plates are a little more expensive for me, I don't like to put them in the styrofoam containers because I want other people to see the food, and I can watch people. I can watch people be like, "Oh, where'd you get that?" And then I can see it happening in front of me, watching more people come my way once these people leave with these food on the plate. So it's just a visual marketing thing that it just works.
I was a server for a long time in my younger years, and if a dessert had a candle or a flame or something like that, if one table bought it, 3 tables would see it and say, oh, we want that. Even if it wasn't good, they would buy it. So that brings me to something with Cedar Point is, do any of you drink the Halloween specialty drinks? I never get them, but they intrigue me all the time, but I refuse to spend money on them. But they're only $8. So
what are they? What are they? Just a pop?
Are those the ones that come in the IV, the IV bags?
Yeah.
So last year, alcohol? We did all of them last year. I haven't tried any of the new ones this year, but they actually sold a couple of drinks in IV bags throughout the year too. This year. But they serve some in glasses too. They have the different themes. So we actually went around and tried all the drinks. They were good. They're a little sugary, of course.
Yeah.
They're a little bit on the sweet side. So it's something that's fun to do. The one had like a light up. I think they've dropped like a little light up ball in it. So you're walking around. And
you'll get me every time with a. Yeah. You'll get me every time with a light up ice cube. Like,
So
Yes.
I remember the first time I saw one in Disney in like 2006 or something, and I was like, same thing. We were out to dinner. All the kids had these drinks with the strobe light ice cube. I was like, and here's my kid, like, I need one of those. I'm like, yeah, you do, because we need that ice cube.
I don't
So,
think I've seen one of those.
yeah, they're fun. It's like a little disco ball in there, Dylan, and the light pulses. And
Well, if you ever watch Bar Rescue, that was one of the things when he was in Louisiana on Beale Street, whatever that's called. He says you'll sell 100 times more of these drinks if you just put a simple light in there, you know. And sure enough, people went crazy over it, you know, because they had
even a goofball straw.
Yeah,
if you put a twirly straw
Remember-
on it.
Remember when the crazy straws? Why do they not do those anymore? I'd
Yeah,
buy
I don't see those anymore.
If it had a crazy straw, I would buy anything with a crazy straw. Just
they have them in the grocery store. Just go buy
they
them.
sell them.
Yeah.
Now we tried last weekend. I bought the kids. They had 2 flavors for kids of the IVs. They had like a purple people eater, and there was a blue one. I can't remember the name of it now. But we bought one of each to try them. They were only like, I think $7-8 a piece, something like that. And they really got a kick out of them. You know, they enjoyed it. I thought it was, like Donnie said, real sugary. I did try another one of the IV bag ones too, the red one. I think it was something named after blood or something like that. But it was very.
I know.
Sugary.
I'm trying to find the names of them right now for this season. I can't find them.
And then we tried the I Want to Suck Your Blood. That drink, it was like a tall drink.
I want to suck your blood.
I like that was probably my favorite one, but again, it was very sweet.
You know, I think vampires would get a lot further if they started with a different opener. It's like, hey, what's your name? Hey, I want to suck your blood. You know what I mean? It's just like just put in a little bit of effort before you get to the I want to suck your blood part. I think they would get a lot further.
Yeah.
Probably
Like, hey, you want to go ride Gemini together?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Other things.
Or hey, there's a great show. We had the good time all night. How about I suck your blood? You're like, okay, well, you know, we did have a good time all day. And, I mean, but
I like the way you're thinking, Andrew.
Yeah, right.
I like it.
Right
Not
out
on
of the
first date.
Right out of the gate, I mean, you can't walk into a bar and be like, "Hey, let's go back to my house." You gotta dance a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Don't take all the blood. Leave me some.
I won't take all your blood. Okay, well, fine.
Just a snack.
Yeah.
Boy.
It regenerates, right? It regenerates, doesn't it?
Too,
What's
is
that?
the Johnny Rockets is closed right now as well.
What?
It was last
Johnny
week.
Rockets.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's closed all last weekend as well. So
that's one of the main restaurants in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been in there because I'm not a big burger person at theme parks, but yeah, it's always usually pretty busy.
I mean, my guess is a lot of it. I mean, we know that obviously they've lost all their, college students or whatever, and I'm guessing a lot of it's. I think staffing issues is even perpetuated further nowadays. Mm-hmm. But see, now's the time. Kids go back to school. It's like, okay, Cedar Point, kids are going back to school. $20 an hour, right there. Yep. You did it last season, so we know you got it in the budget. Yeah. It's like kick it up. So instead of closing half the things, go to once college season. So on September 15th, if you start with us, hey, late season job, 2 months, $20 an hour if you come work for us. I mean, maybe you don't know how many you're going to get. You might get 100, you might get 500, you might get 1,000. Who knows? But you have to. Just some of the things they do is just so self-inflicted. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I want to just put a plug in really quick. If Chicky and Pete's closes, I'm going to be really sad. They're very known, obviously, for their crab fries, but we like their sweet potato fries. They do sweet potato fries with a maple brown sugar dipping sauce. Oh my God, so good. So we will miss those a ton if Chicky and Pete's goes.
And I was gonna say we lose our only sports bar, but we do still have Melt.
Yeah,
but that's not a sports bar.
No.
It's
right?
I mean, it has a bar.
No.
Well, I mean, Chicky and Pete's had a ton of TVs, like a lot.
The TVs is what I'm
wall
thinking
of TVs. I really hope, like you said, they don't get rid of that because that's like that's a nice stop to get a drink. You just pop in there, grab a drink at the bar.
Well, it used to be
Game
Day Grill, which was a sports theme bar, so
Well,
they still had all that infrastructure in there for the.
And that's the thing too. If you've already got that infrastructure in there, if for some reason Chicky and Pete's does close, I'm sure that there's Frickers would go in there. There's some sports bar
Frickers
that
or
would
B-dubs would be amazing.
Yeah. Well, and I
B-dubs. Now we're talking.
No, B-dubs is everywhere.
I hate.
Oh,
I'm not a B-dubs person.
that's true.
Donnie,
I hate B-dubs.
Their wings.
Don't speak ill. Donnie's family loves B-dubs.
We love B-dubs. I mean, I will no, their wings like are not that good. I will say it, but it's like they do everything else right. The atmosphere, the other apps, but their wings are garbage.
Yeah,
listen. In college, I spent
sauces. The sauces.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Nicole.
I spent too much time in B-dubs in college. And
is that why you don't like it?
I'm done with it. I'm over it. 10-cent wing night. That's how old I am. So
I'm not a big B-dubs fan either. I probably more of a Frickers guy. I really like the wings at Jed's, honestly, but I don't think Jed's is very it's just local, but not regional. So
well, if you like Frickers, Andrew, did you realize that the Thirsty Pony at the corner down there, they sell Frickers chicken in there?
Yeah, I thought that was an actual Frickers, is it not?
No, it's not an actual Frickers, but they do serve Frickers chicken.
They sell Frickers food, yeah. There's like a similar menu.
Yeah, we've been there once to the Thirsty Pony one. Okay, I want to talk about the shows. The shows are my jam. So
we know that you've said that.
The murder mystery show.
You're about to star in a show. That's really your fantasy, isn't it?
Oh my God!
Starring Andrew Z.
Seriously, I would like Don. We've had this conversation with Donnie to where if management called and said, Donnie, we need you to turn Cedar Point around, I think he would go, even if it was half the money. I don't see myself not taking an offer if I had an offer to go to a show. Like I would live in the dorm. I would leave the family behind. I would absolutely do that. I really think I would.
Could you imagine Andrew in the dorms?
It'd be amazing. It would be amazing.
I feel like
outside there. Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna work there.
Well, that would be amazing.
Donnie and I've had this convo even for just like a documentary or something. Like, just let me and Donnie live in the dorms for 1 week, the Cedar Point dorms.
Yeah,
I think that would be amazing. Dude, they would get so many life lessons in that week.
Oh yes, we would just.
I would do that for a week.
Impart the knowledge. I always thought I might end up working there, like when I'm older, when I'm retired. Like, I got a buddy, he's retired and he drives the beach cab, like the pedicab. He goes all season long. I see him up there like every time I stop and chat with him. Him and his wife have bought a couple cars up at the dealership, and he's retired. He does it seasonally. He just goes and drives people up and down the beach.
Well,
is he like totally ripped?
He's in good shape.
Driving people
on
shape.
Those. He's in good shape.
And
totally ripped.
So
I just had an image.
So when Donnie and I get old, we're going to go halvesies on the duplex down at Sandusky. He's gonna do the beach. He's gonna do the beach pedicab. I'm gonna drive the shuttle, because the older guy. I see the older guys
retired too. Yeah.
From the hotel to the front entrance to the marina. I talk to the people. That's my job.
You're gonna be the show hype dude. You're going to be standing outside the theater saying, "Come see my girl in the Motown show."
I swear, it would be amazing.
I will say, for as amazing as Cedar Point does maintaining their rides, they do have to spend a little extra attention to the shuttles. I don't know if you rode them this year, but there's a couple that need a suspension overhaul, because it's just like boom, boom, boom.
It's a little bumpy, isn't it?
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
I know. They're
getting old. Those shuttles are getting old.
It's not only bumpy; it's trampoline.
It's a trampoline. Oh, that's worse.
An attraction all in itself.
Because you hit a bump and it's gonna go up and down 6 times with the shock waves.
Did I hear him say we're moving to Cedar Point?
Oh, Colleen, we're moving to Cedar Point this week. No, not this week.
You said when you're old.
Yes.
Nice. Why are you laughing?
Come on, get on the show, Colleen. You have the best jokes.
Colleen, whether it's this show or the radio show, Colleen is on the Muppets. She's the one of the two old guys in the black robe that's up in the balcony. Pops her head in to say something negative about me and then runs away. That's Colleen's job.
So she comes in to talk shit about you and then runs the other way. Oh, nice.
There you go.
Nice.
That's it, Dylan. That's it.
Everyone needs a critic.
Welcome to marriage, Dylan. Welcome to marriage.
Right?
Stay at your mom's house.
How's
Stay at
the
your mom's
show
house,
going?
Dylan. Stay at your mom's house, brother. That's the best way to be.
I gotta talk non-Cedar Point for a hot second. How is the show going?
Amazing. Donnie, what do you think?
Guys.
I mean, yeah, really. For those who don't know, we are back on the radio, Party 103.3 in Toledo. You can listen on our app or whatever, or online or whatever. You gotta check it out, Nicole. You gotta come, Nicole. You gotta come down to be on the show.
I love it.
All right.
Do I have to be in person?
You have an open. No, we can do it over Skype too. You have an open invitation to come be on the show, and everyone does. Everyone does.
When is your show air?
6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay.
It's not on iHeartRadio, is it? Is it on?
No, it's not on iHeart, but we have our own streaming. I'll put it in the group so you guys can see it. But if anyone
I've seen it. I've seen it. So
good. Okay.
I tried to tune in when I was driving in the car. I couldn't get the app, but
no,
I'm a little too far away to get
over the air.
But
yeah, it's a little far.
I'm excited for you guys.
Thank you. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a whirlwind, so it's crazy.
A blast.
All right, so what? Let's talk shows again. We didn't get finished.
Yeah.
The murder mystery show at Lusty Lil's. I know, Dave, that you talked about before. You really liked that show. It's kind of the old Nancy. I don't know, not Nancy Drew. What was it? I can't remember. But the ending changes all the time.
Yeah, it's a whodunit type murder mystery thing, and the murder is revealed at the end. It's always somebody different.
That's cool.
Which is really cool. And another insider tip: get there early. That show fills up so quick. We had to go try 3 different times on Saturday to get in there because a line starts forming like a half hour, 40 minutes before the show starts. There is a line, and it fills up quick because that's not the biggest theater in there, Lusty Lil's. They got their seating and maybe about 10 or 15 tables downstairs there, but awesome show. And it, like I said, it's unique because it changes every time. And it's just the music's good. The choreography is really good. And the story's pretty cool, too. Murder mystery.
And then what is Telltale Heart? What is that one?
Oh,
that's
my favorite.
Mine, too. And I just posted the entire show on my YouTube channel.
You did?
So go check it out on my YouTube channel, Amusement Park Portal. It's Edgar Allan Poe, Telltale Heart. It's obviously after his book, the story there. The actors that do it are top notch. They really get into the show. They really play the part well. I mean, just the performance is just awesome. You got to check it out.
Where is
Andrew? It's a one-man show, and it's in the glass blowing pavilion area.
Okay.
And each year, so it's really awesome because it's one of Poe's most known. It's a poem technically, but every year it's so different and the actors are amazing. And again, it's a one-man show, and where they get these actors, I don't know, but I love it every year. I never get bored. The guy last year scared me. I had nightmares about him later because he was super intense.
Man,
they are that good.
I even had on a Nobu necklace. I'm just kidding.
Did you get it from Walmart? Maybe that was the problem.
Right.
And the wrong damn necklace. No, I'm just kidding. I did not. But I make it a point every year to go to that one because the talent is just, it's awesome. It's really awesome.
So I have a I didn't know this until like 9 o'clock last night. I have a wedding I have to do today. I didn't look at I looked at my schedule. I'm like, oh, I got a wedding today. Had no idea. Plan on staying home and actually relaxing, but I can't do that. But I did want to talk about this. Why public Wi-Fi in general, but the park's Wi-Fi sucks. I can't. Yes. I mean, I was at the University of Toledo Rocket homecoming game, and I mean, Wi-Fi's are pointless. I don't understand. It drives me crazy. If you're gonna
Andrew, and the topping on the cake there for that is now there's no paper brochures or showtimes or anything this year.
Right.
So they force you to go on your phone. And the Halloween weekends are just crazy busy. So even if you have good cell service, it's crawling. It takes forever because everybody's on using those towers.
Oh, that makes sense.
It takes forever to find show times or hours for an event, you know.
Well, you bring up a great point, Dave, is that if you had paper ones, then that would cut, whether it cuts 50% of people usage off or 25% or 30, whatever it cuts off because of the people that are using the paper ones. So not 100% are online. You want 100% of people of a park online on one Wi-Fi.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a disaster.
Yeah, we were in the back of the park. We didn't know what time Telltale Heart started, or not Telltale, the Midnight Syndicate, rather.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, well, should we walk up there and see? And then we're trying to look on the website, and the phones are just crawling because everybody was on it. It took literally 15 minutes to get onto that page, and then by the time we got on there, we didn't have enough time to make it up for the last show.
Yeah, that's a great point. If you don't, if you're you have to realize if you're going paperless, stop the cart before the horse. Oh yeah, we're gonna cut out all the paper. Oh, maybe we should update that Wi-Fi.
It's
do that first.
Yes,
that's one of my big issues with Disney right now. Is I don't want to have my nose buried in my phone the whole time.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
If I have a paper, I can look. Oh, okay, it starts at 4:00. Bam, I'm done.
I'm
now
a
I
little
gotta
old
go on
school like
the
that
app,
too.
try to find the page, and do this.
Yeah.
Disney drives me crazy. I hope Cedar Point never goes to that, to where you literally cannot go to Disney without 6 months of planning, and you should see the stress of a mom when you're when planning a Disney trip. It's like it is miserable for the whole house because she's frustrated and angry and up at midnight to make sure she's the first one to get a spot at the princess freaking dinner or whatever the F. And it's a stressful time. It's supposed to be vacation and fun. Disney has taken that and said, how can we make this unfun and more stressful?
They have. I'm in the middle of that myself because I got to make all my dining reservations for Disney later this month.
Stupid.
So I got to get up at like 5:30 in the morning, so I'm right on there at 6. So I'm able to get our favorite restaurants, so they don't get booked up. This and that. It's just.
I hope I'll let you go, Nicole. But I just hope Cedar Point never goes to this, to where they have taken the ability to just last minute. Hey, we're going to go to Disney and go. That has been taken away. Like if you're a local, you can't just go to Disney. It doesn't happen. I hope Cedar Point never goes. That's one thing I hope they never pick up from Disney is this ridiculousness. Go ahead, Nicole. What were you gonna say?
I just wanted to, not that this is a Disney podcast, but if you're staying on Disney property, you can use their vacation planners for free. So just know that anybody out there, if you're on property, they have free vacation planners. So
that's anyway. That, Nicole, is everything you book at Disney, you have to do months in advance. Otherwise, it's totally booked.
Right, but the vacation planners will do that for you. So
wait, are you saying are you that's a huge pro tip. So you're saying if I'm staying at the Coronado in 2023, I can call them now and they can start booking stuff for me?
Yep.
Wow.
100%.
Wow.
Yep. I got some names. I'll post them.
That's a huge pro.
It's free.
That's a really
totally
big one.
Free.
Yeah.
So they made us itineraries for the whole thing. They made all of our reservations. I talked personally with someone of like, this is what our family's into. We had plans with contingencies, and I got ahead of the vacation, I got an entire packet with each day's itinerary printed out, tips about, hey, if you're not feeling like this, run over to this. It was amazing.
Nicole,
amazing.
You need to go guest on a Disney podcast and tell somebody this.
All the Disney people know this.
Because
Disney people know this.
Oh, that is huge. No, I didn't.
And it's free. It's entirely free. So you don't have to get up at 6 to do those reservations.
Maybe I'll give them a call then and they can do it. So I don't.
Where are you staying, Dave?
Oh, we're staying. We usually resort hop a couple times, try different resorts we've never been at, or go back to some of our favorites. This time we're doing
Disney.
3. We're doing a night at the Contemporary. Oh, hope they don't hear that because that's going to be a surprise. They don't know that yet.
Oh shit!
We're doing
you spilled the beans.
A couple nights at the All-Star Sports to check it out, and then we're doing a week at Pop Century because that's one of our.
Oh, Dave! Seriously, seriously. I'm trying to remember my person, but I'll find out.
It's funny.
I'll send it to you.
It's funny if you look at the All-Star. This is one thing that Disney is genius at: taking a rundown motel and sticking a theme on it, and taking a $59 room and making it $459. That's the best trick that they do.
Art of
they got a lot of
animation.
tricks, Andrew. That's just one of them.
Yeah.
We stayed at the one with the Little Mermaid or whatever it is. I'm like, oh, it's
Art of
a
animation.
this is a motel and we're paying $450 a night. Wow.
Yeah, it's like Econo Lodge.
Right.
Not
Well,
even. Not even.
The thing with that is, since we're staying on property this time, because we thought we were flying down. I think we still are. Then we'd have to rent a car, and to rent a car, you're looking at hundreds of dollars for the week. Then you have to stay at an off-site hotel, which is fine. It's a little cheaper, but you either have to pay to park your car every day at the theme park then, or rely on their shuttle, which has really weird times. They leave before the park closes and all this, and so it's like, for the extra $100 a night, why not?
Yeah, I know.
It's like, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, we bought an RV that we've never used, and it's going on a year now because it needs some minor repairs, but we just haven't. It's finding people to do it. It's hard. Like everything has been hard. But we do want to do a Disney trip, and I would like to just take the RV because like you can stay at one of those nice Disney parks where the RV goes for like $150 or something.
Yeah, their campground's really nice.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Fort Wilderness.
If this thing ever gets up and going, I can't wait. All right, Dave, ride of the week.
Ride of the week, yay!
We didn't talk about Top Thrill Dragster, though.
Yeah, one thing, that picture I just posted.
The only thing I want to say about that is that they were removing the track.
Whoa, everybody. Okay, one at a time. Go ahead, Dylan, quick.
Everyone talk at the same time. Go. Just
I was just gonna say about Top Thrill. I saw that they were removing the track. I don't know.
Donnie just posted the picture of the track in storage.
It's at the amazement shop.
I wanted to ask Dave if he knew if that was the old track or is that new stuff, or that's what I wanted to ask Dave about.
That's the old track. Track. They're storing it across from Castaway Bay there at the maintenance shop, the amazement shop. It's called across the street there. So leads me to believe, I don't know if they were scrapping it, wouldn't they have just tossed it? So it leads me to believe either one, they're using it for something, the launch, they're just redoing it, or they're going to chop it up and sell it like Wicked Twister pieces.
Oh, man.
It could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot going on with Top Thrill Dragster. There's a lot of people working on the ride. Again, check out my YouTube channel. I posted a video on that, some work going on, track being removed and all that. Very interesting. I can't wait to see.
I'm on your channel right now.
I don't know. I still don't even know what they're doing. I don't know what to make sense of it,
Well, they haven't officially announced anything yet, so we can only
it's all speculation at this point. All right. Ride of the week. This bride's waiting on me. Ride of the week.
That's right. Wait.
Who gets married on a Sunday? I don't even understand right now. I'm so
it's cheaper. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's
cheaper.
Yeah,
not you. The venue.
I swear to God, at this point, I would rather just give her money back and just go back to bed.
Are you DJing or officiating or food trucking at the wedding?
I know.
Or are you doing a podcast?
DJ
doing a live broadcast.
Are you doing all three?
Remote.
Well, everyone's a comedian. Everyone. We're doing a DJ photo booth today.
You bring out the best in us.
All right, ride of the week.
All right, this week we're going with Power Tower. The drop tower, which has four towers on there. Two of them will launch you up in the air and drop you. The other two will take you up to the top and just drop you straight down.
One shoots you up, one shoots you down. Depends on which one you want.
Let me ask you guys a question on that, and because I don't ride it. What is the better ride, shooting up or shooting down?
I like to shoot up because you're getting both of them. You're shooting up and you're falling down. With the falling down one, you're just kind of getting pulled up and dropped.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And I will say the falling down one is a little scarier because it's longer and you get that like slow pull all the way up to the top, so you have more time to freak out. Because my 10-year-old is trying to ride every ride in the park, so she's making me ride these things I haven't rode since I was like a teenager. So we rode Power Tower this year. I rode Max Air this year. I think I've rode that ride once in my entire life. I rode Windseeker this year because of my 10-year-old wanting to ride everything. So I would put that up there with one of the top 5 scariest rides.
Well, here's the other thing interesting about the ride down is that, like you said, the scariness going up, and then there's a point where you stop at the top and then cocoon, and then you're just
You
like
sit there?
dangling.
Oh.
You're like dangling.
The anticipation.
The
of the crowd,
anticipation
yeah.
is crazy.
I have goosebumps
Well,
right now from you just talking
You
about
know
it.
what's interesting too is it's 299 feet tall, 1 foot shy of 300.
Uh-huh.
I actually did not know that. So
Yeah.
My 15-year-old says she likes to ride up because why? Oh, the line. She says the line is always shorter.
It is, yeah.
That's a girl after my own heart right there.
Yep.
I don't care. Which one can I get on faster, please?
Yeah, it's a fun ride. I enjoy it, and it's one of those ones that you just don't think of a lot. You know, you might ride once a year, and it's like, oh, that's fun. Let's do it again later. And then,
yeah,
well,
I mean, I like it, but I honestly don't get on it that often. But I like it. I will go on it, but
yeah,
All right.
you know, I
I
think
don't ride it.
that ride suffers from the thing is everybody goes to Cedar Point for the coasters. That's a great ride, but it's just everybody's there for the coasters. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Good
it's
time.
true. All right, that's the ride of the week, you guys. Okay, you can catch Donnie and myself on Andrews in the Morning weekdays on party1033.com. Just hit the listen live, or if you're in Toledo area, Party 1033 on the radio. You can catch Dave on Amusement Park Portal. You can catch Dylan in his mom's basement. You can catch Nicole.
You can catch me on my online virtual mental health support groups.
Ooh,
Awesome.
fancy.
Just kidding.
Oh,
No, not
really?
fancy.
Hey,
I'm a
kid,
therapist.
hold on.
That's
Here's
what I
what we do. Is when we hang up, I'm gonna put Colleen on a one-on-one with you real quick.
Well, you're in the right place, Nicole.
With a bunch of crazy folks.
Yeah.
Me especially. I'm the lead. Listen, those of us who go in mental health, that there's a reason that we pursue the profession. So
Yes.
trying to figure ourselves out. So
All right, thanks you guys.
Cheers to
Appreciate it. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.
yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.